Hello, namaste. Welcome, my beautiful friend. I'm so happy that our paths have crossed today. I wanted to take a moment today in this video to talk about living in the present. That's something that has been on my mind so much lately, and so many of you have messaged me and reached out to me and asked, can we talk about this? Can we discuss this concept of living presently rooted in the moment, here and now? How do we let go of distractions that pull us every which way and cause us to never really land here and now, to never really be fully present? So that's what we're going to talk about today. I hope you have a cup of tea. There's really two categories, so to speak, that the world likes to pull us into. Two categories of thinking. One is to be constantly caught up in the future. So much of the world runs on the future. So much of marketing in the consumer world is fueled off of futuristic thinking, thinking about what you might need tomorrow, the next day, the next year, what you might need in the distant future, buying those things or investing in those things, always working on purchasing something now or activating something now, doing something now for the future, thinking about the future. The other thing that human nature often pulls us in is this idea of constantly dwelling on the past. And so it's like we're standing at this fork in the road. One direction leads into futuristic thinking, thinking about worries and cares and what we might need in the future. What if this happens? What if that happens? What if we end up going this way or that way? What will we do if this happened? And then the other road leads into realms of, maybe I should have done this. Remember that past mistake? Maybe that thing we made wasn't good enough. What if it wasn't good enough? What if we're not good enough? What if that thing that we did will cause a problem in the future? And then those two roads kind of converge and become this twisty roller coaster ride that our mind can't seem to get off of, right? I have been there. I have been there many, many, many times, and it's a thought loop that just keeps going around and around. Futuristic thinking, what if this, what if that, past thinking, could have, would have, should have. But we are neither one of those is our path. Neither one of those roads is the path that leads to life. Neither one of those paths are truly intended for us to travel because they're actually not real. The future is not here, and the past is already gone. So as we travel these paths, the only way we can travel them is in our minds, in our thinking, creating illusions of the future and memories of the past. Memories of something that has already left, something that has already passed by us, that we can't go back to. So that is, in another way, an illusion, just like the future is. Both intangible. The only thing that is tangible is right now, this present moment. Breathing in, letting go. That's all there is that breath. Breathing in, letting go. This is what is real. Right here, right now. And we don't need a course or month-long program or a yoga retreat or a book or film or anything to help us get here. We're already here. We start here. We start here and now in this moment. And so when we think about how do I access the present moment, how can I just be in the present moment? Just be in the present moment. See, getting here is not what we have to achieve. That's not what we even need to do. We're already here. We need to just release the illusion. We just need to release our grip on the future and on the past and breathe. Let that go with an exhale. Let go of those two things. And we can do this. I love the way one of the monk teachers I listen to, Venerable Nick, I will leave a link to his channel below, but I'll try to find a specific video where he talks about this, but I love how he talks about viewing yourself kind of the way a scientist views something that they're looking at. Pulling back from yourself and just catching that moment. Not judging, not criticizing, just noticing. Like, oh, I was living in the future. I'm gonna just pull back. That's not where I am. That's not even here yet. I'm gonna enjoy the present moment. I'm gonna breathe. I'm just gonna be right here. And the same with the past. Oh, I was thinking about that mistake I made way back when, or last week, or something I wish I had done once. I'm gonna just pull back to being here. I'm gonna focus on my inhale, on my exhale. I'm gonna focus on what does the air feel like around me? Is it warm or cold? What am I sitting on? What is beneath me? Am I standing? Am I standing on the ground? Am I standing on a floor? Am I sitting in a chair? Who am I with? What noises are around me? That is the present. That atmosphere, just noticing, bringing those things into clear focus, like focusing the lens of a camera. We're taking our focus away from that distant object and we're pulling our focus back to right here, right now. And just notice it without judgment. Don't judge yourself if your mind starts to venture forward into the future or rewind into the past. It happens. It happens to all of us. It happens to everyone. But we can come back gently, lovingly, with compassion, with grace, with the grace that you would give to a child, pulling our minds gently back to here and now, releasing a need to live in the future, releasing any regrets, should have, would have, could have about the past. Just noticing what is here right now. What is here right now in this moment? What are some things that maybe pull you towards past thinking or pull you towards futuristic thinking, and can we tone those back? Can we tone those back and just notice, wow, every time I look at that thing or I start scrolling through my phone or whatever, I find I'm drawn into worries about the future, feelings of anxiety. And so, you know what, I'm gonna set that aside for now until I feel led in my spirit what I should do. Just inquire. You don't even have to come up with a plan here. Just inquire within, like, what are the things that make me feel grounded in the present? And what are some things that maybe trigger these worries and anxieties about the future or the past? And can I just set those aside for right now in a sacred space where I can allow my spirit to guide me? What should I do with those things? What should I do with those things in my life? We don't have to make a plan. We just have to inquire. Inquire within. And your spirit will guide you. I think openness is the most important thing. Being open to being guided by your spirit. Because no one is living your life except you. So as much as it can be nice to take bits and pieces from other people's journey, like me and this video right here, You are so powerful. You are so powerful. And you need to listen to your own spirit as you begin to tap in and be open and ask these questions. I believe that those answers are going to come to you. They're going to be drawn to you. So embrace that journey. And whenever you feel pulled one way or the other into the past, into the worries of the future, just come back to the breath. The deep inhalation, the long exhalation out, landing here and now in stillness. It doesn't have to be a half hour of meditation. It doesn't even have to be 10 minutes. It could be 10 seconds of just pausing, feeling your own heartbeat, feeling your breath in your lungs, acknowledging those around you, and perhaps feeling a sense of gratitude for the fact that you're here. I know I am so grateful for that. And I'm so grateful that our paths have crossed today for this moment of conversation. I hope it served you in a positive way. Feel free to share it with someone that you feel might need it, that it might help. If you want to get updates about the next video or meditation or live chats that I often do, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell. It always means the world when you share your thoughts below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you, my friend, for being here. If you feel drawn to give to the channel anyway, you can find all my books below, as well as a link to my Patreon. I wish you so much joy in your journey. Namaste.